I'm going to tell you today why Skip Bayless is, in fact, the 50 Cent of sports analysts in 2023. You like football, basketball, you're chilling with the homies, bet them whatever, 10, 20, 50, 100. This is the podcast for you, not an industry professional, just trying to get you the quick clip off of the sports ting. No lies, no limits, no long talking. This is No Cap Bets. I'm your host, Plus. I got my cuz with me, the polite Canadian. What up?
You can go check me out on YouTube, where we have authentic NBA insights, no clickbait, deep dives with the check me out.
Stop the show! What's crazy because before we got on air, I was like, yo, do you want some lotion? We're about to go on camera, and I'm just saying, like, if you guys go back to videos, you'll see sometimes you don't want to be on camera with the dry skin. That's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? So let's go back. I have a wild conspiracy. Let's go back all the way to 2003. Mm-hmm. You remember the New York hip hop scene at that time?
Yeah.
50 Cent was killing it. Like, that was the time. That was his year. But I'm going to tell you today why Skip Bayless is, in fact, the 50 Cent of sports analysts in 2023. You remember how at first he was largely accepted by, everyone in the New York scene, but never really got to break through until he met Dr. Dre and Eminem in the shady aftermath. Signs the game, young buck. Sure they want to ride with me.
I want to be the reason you smile.
Hits. Yeah. They were dropping hits at the time. But the East Coast, they have 50 Cent. You hear Tony Ayo talk about it on these interviews. They have 50 Cent that like Diddy was going to sign him. Very similar to when Skip was over there at ESPN. And he's like, listen, I'm your whole network. You might as well give me a bag. If I don't get the bag here, I can go somewhere else and get the bag. So he goes all the way to the West Coast. Fox Sports gets the bag. Like 50 went to shady aftermath to get the bag in the West. Links up with Shannon. 50 Cent links up with the game. Fox Sports is popping. Shady aftermath popping. Skip Bayless popping. The game popping. Shannon was a little disgruntled over there at Fox Sports, but I don't think he could really fall in line because it's Skip Bayless' show. And I think, the 50 Cent Skip comparison, we got 50 and the game is feeling like, oh, I'm just as good as 50. Nah, you're supposed to be under 50. Shannon, I'm just as good as Skip. Slow your roll. Slow your roll a little bit. So Skip's like, man, if you don't want to be here, you don't got to be here. You know what I'm saying? I call the shots over here, right? Like, this is undisputed. This is Skip and then Shannon. I know it says Skip and Shannon, but it is Skip and then Shannon. Shannon says, I want off the show. Skip says, all right, bro. It's all good. I'm going to be all right. Then Shannon switches sides and goes to the ops. ESPN. He's doing all this work now with the people that Skip left. So what does Skip do? You remember when 50 Cent was just all against Fat Joe, Ja Rule, Nas, Jada. Shout out to Jada. Top 5 though, right?
Dead or alive.
Top 5. Shout out to Jada Kiss, the legend.
Was that cheesy?
Nah, that was appropriate, man. Shout out to Jada. So what does 50 Cent do? 50 Cent signs Mobb Deep. What, you think he didn't have the streets? He signs MOP. You remember how that went down, right? He just started saying, like, I still have the streets. You guys are crazy. That was during the Get Rich or Die Trying soundtrack.
Wow, one of the hottest albums of all time.
Hustler's Ambition. Like the fire meets the air.
Damn, bro. You offering me lotion, now you singing to me, Doc?
I wasn't saying. I was saying. First of all, I was singing to the audience.
Yeah. Oh, bro.
Keyshawn over there at ESPN, just like MOP. You know what I'm saying? Over there in the East Coast, nobody's showing them love. Rachel Nichols. ESPN just snubbed her, threw her to the ground. Who does Skip pull out this week? Out of nowhere.
Rachel Nichols, man, honestly, and I'm actually happy to see her back. I know the way she went out was kind of like, disrespect. She was talking all that, like, racial stuff.
I remember that, but why was that even looked at as racist though?
It shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
But you know, it's sensationalism.
Yeah. But you see, Skip is now reaching for. Skip has the streets the way 50 Cent has the streets.
So Skip is the 50 Cent.
But yeah, so we would probably say that Shannon's like the gang, you know what I'm saying? And Stephen A., I hate to do this to you, brother, but kind of like the Ja Rule in this situation.
Nobody wants to be Ja Rule. And Ja Rule's hot. Ja Rule had his time. But like, nobody wants to be Ja Rule.
Should I give him like the Fat Joe role?
He's more of the Fat Joe, I think, still,
Because they're supposed to be cool. But yeah, you're hugged up with Shannon. You know what, Stephen A., we're going to call you the Fat Joe in this situation because the way that whole thing started with 50 and Fat Joe is like 50 never had no problem with Fat Joe, but he's like, why are you jumping on a song with old boy?
Let us know in the comment section, who is Stephen A. Smith in this situation? We're saying Fat Joe.
He's definitely Fat Joe. But all that to say this, Skip has now literally reloaded with some of the hottest hitters in sports analysts. We got Michael Irvin, Rachel Nichols, Richard Sherman, Keyshawn Johnson. He has successfully transitioned from the debate guy to the moderator. Skip is psycho about winning this thing.
He is.
He bagged everybody up, bro.
He is. He's super competitive.
He's got Lil Wayne. He's got Michael Irvin, who they tried to cancel.
He's putting them on. Remember, him and Richard Sherman had that blow up. Remember when Richard Sherman told him that he's better than him at life?
They actually addressed that on one of the first episodes. It's a great episode for sure.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah. We got to check out Polite Canadian. Make sure you guys subscribe to him. We just gave you some quick thoughts. Is Skip Bayless the 50 Cent of this whole sports analyst group and community? Let us know in the comments. Subscribe to the channel. Join the No Cap Nation. Hit the notification bell. Subscribe to No Cap Bets, the podcast. And stay all the way tapped in with No Cap Bets on Plus. It's been another episode of No Cap Bets. Bless up.
Peace.